So I'm a terrible person. I'm not good. Rotten to the cuz the other day I murdered a chipmunk out of anger and malice. I blew that little fucker's head off. Well, not completely off, but it put a big hole right in his head. And I felt bad. Not at the time. I was really angry. And then I'm looking at the dead chipmunk, which they're cute, especially when they're storing the food and their cheeks are all fat and shit. And you're like, oh, that's adorable. And this one had a full pack of seeds and sunflowers. I feed the birds because I love birds. I love chipmunks too, but they were eating the bird, and normally I'm okay. I let them live their happy little lives and run around the yard. I'm like, oh, it's cute. Look at that. And it's nice. It's really nice. But this time I got angry because I wanted to dry my clothes. I had a load of underwear that I was down to my last. I'm embarrassed, but I wasn't even wearing underwear, and I was out because sometimes I'm busy. I got shit in the hopper. So anyway, I finally got motivated, and I did an ice bath, and I thought today's the day where I clean all my shitty underwear. So I put them in the washer, and I'm like, wow, this is good. This is a good day. Check that off the list. But then I put them in the dryer, and they were in there for like an hour. But when I opened it, it was still, they were wet. And I thought, why? The dryer is broken? This isn't, why? Maybe it was, so I did it for another half hour, and then I took it out, and it was still wet. Now I'm down, and I'm sad, and I'm thinking, oh no, why? God, why would you do this? Why does everybody else have a good life, but I can't dry my underwear? It seemed fucking fair, why? But then I had an idea. Wait a minute. So I went and ripped part of the skirting off my single wide trailer, and I crawled underneath there, which is kind of, a little bit scary. I was a little scared, but I don't know, I'm pretty tough. So I crawled under there, and I looked at the tubing vent for the dryer, and then I found out what the problem was. And what's happening here, the chipmunk was using it to store all of its food, and I think maybe there was a red squirrel or a squirrel involved too, because there were pine cones in there, but it was plugged, totally plugged. And when it's like, it's not gonna dry, the stuff's so I had to clear that out. Now I'm angry. I fixed it. I'm like, oh, the dryer's not broke, and I turned it on, and I knew I was gonna be okay, and I wouldn't have to go commando anymore. But I was angry because now I had to crawl underneath with the spiders and the dirt and the asbestos in my eyes. So I was looking out the window at the birds, and then I noticed there he was, a chipmunk, and it was a rage. It was a bloody and I got angry, and I thought to myself, there is hell hath no fury like a dipshit with a air rifle. So I grabbed my weapon, and I did it. I murdered Chip, and I felt bad afterwards. And I know but I thought I don't want to kill anymore. So I need for his friends to get the goddamn message. And I know what's done is done. The milk was spilled, so I can't cry, and I need to make lemonade. So what I did was what anybody would do to try and preserve God's creatures is I built a little cross out of twigs and pieces of branches that I found on the ground, and I nailed the chipmunk to the cross, and I stuck it in my yard. Because I thought, well, they'll see that. And I don't think just chipmunks will I think all the little marmots and varmints and whatnot are gonna get the, so I left it there. It's a sign, not welcome, don't come here. Maybe you can pass through, but don't think about going. So I think it worked. Things have been pretty quiet around my trailer. So, but I felt bad, and I'll probably cry myself to sleep tonight, and I just hope that God and the angels can forgive me.